Hi, this is Mark Ellis once again with ExpertRealtorWeb.com, where we show real estate professionals how to use technology to market and sell properties. Today we're going to talk about something that's very important once you get your domain name, how to go about getting a hosting plan. So the last lesson was on how to get your domain name. This one's on how to get a hosting plan. When you talk about hosting plans, you should pick the one that you're most familiar with. There are a lot of fine hosting plans out there. Basically, what a host is just a place where your web pages are going to reside or sit at. Now, if you saw the last video I did on domain names, your domain name is your address. And if you can think of your web page as your home, there's probably a reason why they call it your home address and all this stuff, but if you could think of your web pages as your actual house, that has to reside on a piece of real estate, okay? And that real estate is somebody's hard drive, and you have these companies with these really big hard drives, and they're all connected to the internet. And that's what you pay HostGator for. You pay them to sit on the internet where people can access the web pages. That's basically all they do. And this is one big gigantic hard drive that everybody stores their web pages on, that's connected to another company that has all their web pages on, that's connected to a university that has all their web pages on, so forth and so on. So that's what the internet is. It's just a bunch of big giant massive pack of hard drives all connected together with people's web pages on them. So that's what your host is. You have to have a hosting service. You can't use your own hard drive on your computer. Sorry to tell you that. So that's what these people provide. But I got to tell you, the good news is it's very inexpensive these days. Used to be it was $20 to $30 or $40 a month. It's now down to somewhere around between $5 and $10 a month. Depending on what services you want with a company like this. Now, the reason I like HostGator is right here. I've had problems at 3 o'clock in the morning where I've had to call them up and ask them to help me fix a problem that I was having. And I like this because you can just click on this thing here. Usually you can. Okay, here we go. And a chat box comes up, and you put down, okay, let's see if I can get my name in here. They're going, so they want to know what my name is, and my domain illustrations.com, and then I'm going to ask them a question just so you see how this works. This is pretty easy. We're going to go to technical support, and we were going to ask a question. How many subdomains can I have? Okay, now I'm going to tell you what subdomains are in a minute, but I'm just asking a general question so you see how quick this chat works. Usually it works pretty quick. Okay, you're now connected to a representative technical support department right now, and they're going to say currently 5 people in front of you or something like that. Okay, and he says welcome, you can have as many subdomains as you like. So here I'm going to ask the question, is it very hard to set up multiple domains? Now I'm going to act like a dummy, like I've never done it before. Okay, and then you can see my response right here. It's very hard to set up multiple domains. So I love this little box thingy here. And then he's going to come back and say, tell me the answer, no, not at all. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an idea of how this worked here and show you how quick, you know, I mean, within 5 minutes I got on here. Now I had to edit a little bit of the time out because I didn't want it to keep running on Camtasia. So that is their technical support, and you can also call this number right here, and they'll hook you up live on the phone with somebody, which is the problem I had at 3 o'clock in the morning. I called them. It wasn't their fault. It was something I was doing wrong, so I called them up and said, well, how do I fix this problem? And they talked me right through it. Okay, so now we're going to look at the web hosting plans themselves, and there's 2 ways you can do this. One, you can go with their hatchling plan, which is $4.95 a month, and the other is their baby plan. Now this is the one I use, and the reason I use it is you can have unlimited domains. It used to be that you had to buy a domain and a specific hosting plan for just the one domain. Now they have a thing called subdomains and add-on domains, and you can add as many domains onto your hosting plan that you want without having to pay for another hosting plan. So in other words, instead of getting illustrations.com and then I have to go and get a hosting plan specifically for that, I can get illustration.com and electricbikesandscooters.com and expertrealtorweb.com and put them all on that one hosting plan for only $7.95 a month. Used to be you had to get separate domains for separate hosting plans. Now that's, of course, that's ancient history, but now $7.95 all you want. That is the greatest deal out there, or one of the best. So and I'm sure there's other companies with comparative stuff, but HostGator is great. And as I showed you before, they have just unparalleled help. In our next lesson at expertrealtorweb.com, we're going to discuss how to set up a blog. Now we have our domain name. We now have our hosting plan with a company. Now we're going to set up our blog, and I'm going to show you how to do that utilizing HostGator because that's the one I'm most familiar with. One last thing I wanted to say about the whole hosting plan thing. Pick a company that you're familiar with and you're comfortable with using their interface, because once you get familiar with that, you'll be very comfortable with it. I feel very comfortable with HostGator. I know I've been a little biased towards it. GoDaddy's got excellent hosting programs and a lot of other ones like Register.com, but I'm mostly familiar with HostGator. That's the only one I can relate to right now, so that's how I did it. Anyway, the next lesson will be how to set up a blog, and I'm going to show you how to set up a WordPress blog through HostGator, and then I'm also going to show you how to set up a Blogger blog with Google's Blogger. So tune in for the next lesson in about another couple days. This is Mark Ellis with ExpertRealtorWeb.com, where we show real estate professionals how to market and sell real estate by using technology.